everybody, it's me, Delusion Dispeller, trying to move the cat off of my desk here. Move, Bobo. Alright. So, anyways, I was telling Amber that I've been filming with her little pictures in the background. She said, Mom, that's pretty creepy looking, that face that I drew. This one right here. She said it's creepy looking. She doesn't see why I would have that on camera. So I'm going to kind of sit and block it so y'all don't have to look at the creepy face. All right. Anyway, how is everyone doing today? I had a pretty good day. I was tutoring most of it, to be honest with you. But I want to wait till, as usual, we get at least like 10 people in here to do the goal gainer through thick and thin group that I do. With experiences that I've had with trying to lose weight and using the Noom program on my phone to help some of you achieve your weight loss goals and maybe any other goals that could apply. All right. So I'm just waiting for people to show up here, and then I will get right into it, I promise. Anyway, yeah, so it's been a busy day. I have had a lot on my mind, and with the new year coming, there's changes coming up, and I've been using my Instapot a lot today. Instant Pot. It's not called an Instapot. I don't know why people call it that. It's actually called an Instant Pot, and I love it. I called up Carol and I told her thank you so much. It's the best present I ever got. So, um, there's a lady actually that was on one of those like daytime talk shows that said she actually lost like over 100 pounds using her Instant Pot. So cool. All right. So anyway, yes, the Christmas holiday anyway, has passed, and most of us who have eaten a little bit more than we normally eat gained a little bit of weight, and now we're going back on the trail, so to speak, getting back on target like we should. So, yeah, if you gained a couple pounds or you notice a little bit of fluid around your face, like I have right now with my chin, which you know I hate that, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You're going to lose it again. Just got to work at it, get back on track. We're going to talk about some ways to do that tonight as soon as we get enough people in here to talk about it. Because I know people have been wanting to come to the group again on Friday, the usual people that come, and maybe some others, I don't know. And I want to give them time to get here so that we can all do it together and I won't have to recap everything. Anyhow, so I don't know who's in here, but welcome. Just to brush over the rules a little bit. No cussing, no bullying, no inappropriate comments, no violent type of comments in text, please. And if you do not have a video on your channel, you cannot chat in here. It's our rule. I know people don't like it. Too bad. It's how it is. Because we have too many trolls and too many people that come in here and start trouble, and we don't want it. Good evening, Morgan. So, anyhow, I guess that's it of the introduction that I wanted to give you. I need to get my phone geared up here to be able to kind of keep track of what's going on in here. All right. How are you, Morgan? What's going on? What's up? Oh, you have a little dog on there named Taz on your channel. How cute. We were just looking at our little kitty cat. Well, he's not so little anymore. He's big. Oh, 12 people. Okay. We can get started then. All right. Okay, I'm going to start by actually I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to start by praying over the room, actually, and God can do what He's going to do tonight. Father, I lift up this room to you and everybody in it, whether they're sitting on the sidelines watching or chatting in text or listening to me or ignoring me completely. I just pray that you have your way in each and every life in here and have your way in this room tonight. And let any communication that comes out of my mouth not be corrupt and be glorifying and honoring to you, no matter what happens. Let me stay on track with this information you want me to share, and let us have a blessed time of peace and sharing in here tonight. Stop the mouths of the lions and the liars. And I just thank you that you rule over this room and have your way and in my life entirely. In Jesus Yeshua's name, amen. All right. Aw, that's cute. Your mom had a puppy. I love doggies and kitties and animals in general. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to get back on track. And this is as much for me as it is for anybody else in here. We're going to talk about mindful eating. What is it? Well, first of all, we need to learn how to eat with focus on what we're doing. It's very easy to plop in front of the TV or the computer or on the phone or whatever and start eating. And you're really not paying attention to how much you're shoveling in your mouth or that you're eating at all. And you don't really have time to enjoy your food doing it that way. So you want to learn to pay closer attention to your meal times, not just eating because, well, the food's there or because it's meal time. Well, it's breakfast time or it's lunchtime or it's dinner time. What if you're not hungry at breakfast time or lunchtime or maybe dinner time? And I don't mean all three, but sometimes we don't feel hungry. Then you don't need to eat. Simple. Listen to your body. God made your body pretty smart to know whether you're hungry or not. You might just be thirsty. I always start my morning, or I try to start my morning with a big 4-cup thing of water with lemon in it, or a nice big cup of tea if I'm not in the mood for something cooler and I want something warm. Tea has been a big help for me in my weight loss. It really has been. I know there's a lot of caffeine in tea, so it's not something I always do every single day. But a lot of times I will drink a cup of tea if I'm feeling hungry and I know I really just ate and don't need to eat anything else. I'll drink a cup of tea. And it'll have some sweetener in it, probably like stevia. And it kind of kills that sweet tooth. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. So that's what I do. You could try that and see if it works for you. Another thing that works for me as far as mindfulness during eating is writing down or logging in what I'm eating. When I go out to eat, my husband will tell you, I bring my phone with me, I bring my Noom app with me, and I'm sitting there and I'm typing in what I'm about to eat before I eat it. That way I can see it in front of me and say, this is how many calories are in this. Do you really want to put that in your body? You're almost over your calorie allowance. Do you want to do this? And then if I make the decision to do it, that's on me. But at least I'm making it knowledgeable of what the heck I'm doing. It's not just, oh, well, I just ate and oh my gosh, there was 1,000 calories. No, if I eat that many calories, I'm going to know it because I will know it ahead of time before I eat it. It's going to be in front of me, in my face, before I put it in my mouth. It's worked great for me so far. All right. Praying before eating or just closing your eyes and having a moment of silence, a time to breathe, is really helpful. You want to be present with your food. I know that sounds real new agey and esoterical or whatever, but really it makes a lot of sense to really pay attention to the moment that you're sitting there eating the food, instead of sitting there thinking, well, what bills do I have to pay? Oh my gosh, my boyfriend should be calling me right now and he's not. I mean, it stresses you out and it raises your cortisol level. It causes you to hold on to weight. And then it's kind of sabotaging your whole meal plan for that moment. So don't do it. Just take the moment before you eat, as you're about to eat, say a prayer, meditate, close your eyes, relax, be in a calm atmosphere. All right. Turn off the TV and move your computer and your phone into another room while you're eating. I need to start doing this. I am guilty as charged with having my phone with me while I'm eating. Bad idea. I've already logged my foods in by that time. The food's right there in front of me. I've already decided this is what I'm going to eat or I'm not going to eat. Then it's time to get up, put your phone in the other room, sit down and eat, and pay attention to what you're eating and enjoy your meal. Okay. Sitting to eat, that's another one. Sit down. Stop pacing around while you're shoving stuff into your mouth. I'm also guilty of that one. I have to admit, I love cheese curls. And as I walk through the hallway, those cheese curls are sitting there on that counter, on that shelf. So those cheese curls, guess where they're going? They're going to be moved very soon. I'm going to try to find an airtight jar to put them in or a bag and seal it up and put it somewhere where it's not at the ready for me to grab it, because that's sabotaging me. So don't get in the habit of grabbing stuff as you walk on by. Sit down to eat. Actually sit at a table away from electronics, away from phone, and just peacefully eat your meal. All right. Make sure you set aside a time for at least 20 minutes from start to finish to cook your food or get an instant pot like I did, and you'll only have a couple minutes to wait. And then deal out your food, or dish out your food, not deal it, it's not cards. And dish out your food, put it in front of you, and look at it. And we're going to get into more of that in a minute. We're going to stop at look at it. I'm going to go back to that in a minute. All right, but make sure you have 20 minutes set aside to make the food, eat the food, and clean up. Okay. Set an eating schedule. We know that you're not going to stick to it perfectly. Nobody does, okay? But decide, I'm going to wake up at whatever hour. Give yourself a couple hours. Who cares? Whatever, 7, 8 o'clock. And then I'm going to eat my breakfast at 9, my oatmeal or my egg or whatever. Yes, I love my Instant Pot. Licia, we will have to exchange ideas and recipes for sure. I love it. So anyways, everybody should have an Instant Pot. Anybody that loves to cook and has great ideas for recipes, get an Instant Pot. Okay, my daughter bought it for me for Christmas. I called her up and thanked her and gushed over it. I told her I thought it was sent from heaven. Yes, I know. People will have fun with that later. Okay, so set an eating schedule. Your eating time should have beginning, middle, and an end to it. Okay, your beginning should be when you prepare it and you get into using your senses, which is coming up next. Your middle should obviously be while you're eating it. And your end should be when you tell your brain and your body, I am finished. Now I am going to get up and go, for me, go back to tutoring or go and clean the house or go, I don't know, whatever you do next. But there should be an end to it. And in your mind, you should be telling yourself, okay, this is it. This is the end. I'm finished. Okay. Some people brush their teeth. Some people brush their teeth to signify the end. Other people do other things to signify the end. So do whatever you need to do to tell yourself that this is it. We're done. All right. Now what you're going to want to do while you're eating, this is a big suggestion, and you can do whatever you want to do. This is just helpful advice that sometimes works for people. You want to first look at the food that's in front of you. Does it look pleasing? Does it look appetizing? If something does not look nice, usually from my experience of what I know about people, it's just eating on the run and you're done. And you just eat as much as you want, probably overeat, whatever it is you're eating, and then you go and do something else. If you make it fancy and you take that time, that 20 minutes to sit down and eat it, you're going to really enjoy it. So make it fancy. Make it look like the best food you've ever eaten every time you cook a meal. And the Instant Pot is great for that because you can make stuff taste so good with that Instant Pot. Oh my gosh. All right. Smell. That's the other thing. Now, don't stand over your Instant Pot and stick your face in the vent. That's not what I mean. But when you cook the food, before you eat it, smell it. I know that sounds totally nuts, but it's a known fact scientifically that when you smell food, it gets your salivary glands, things that produce the spit that's going to digest your food, it gets them activated and excited. It'll make your meal so much more enjoyable. So take the time to look at it, see if it's appealing, smell it, make sure it smells delicious, and then concentrate while you're chewing the food how you feel about what you're chewing. Is it a good texture? Does it taste really good? Is it pleasing in your mouth? I know this sounds silly, but there's something to this because a lot of people, the reason they gain weight is they never really feel like they've eaten. They just, it doesn't register in their brain and their body. Hey, you've been satisfied. You have been fulfilled. Your needs are met. It's okay to go and do something unfood related. Okay, tasting. Again, focus on how it tastes. Really hold it in your mouth and think about what you're eating. If it's delicious, just keep it in your mouth for a minute and enjoy the sensation of it being delicious. We don't take the time to do that. And the reason I'm telling you this is because in France, where they have very good health, they take the time to make meals a celebration, not just shoving it in as they go and then off they go. They literally take time out of their day to sit down, have tea or whatever they drink, maybe wine, I don't know, and enjoy their meal. We don't do that. Americans are in such a darn hurry all the time to go here and there that we don't focus on anything we're doing, really, not fully focus on it. And yeah, I'm talking to myself too. I'm going to start implementing these very things I'm talking to you about. I'm going to start making some changes. All right. Let's talk about why you eat what you eat, okay? First of all, what is your atmosphere like? What's around you? A big thing in my life lately is that I want to be pleased with what's around me. I don't like living in a house that looks unpainted. Good, Flossie, that's great. I don't want to be in a house that looks unpainted, unkempt, messy, sloppy. So I'm focusing more on my surroundings now. Yeah, I don't have the best of situations, but I can make it the best I can make it. So I'm putting pretty pictures up and I'm going to eventually paint and do some other stuff around the house to make it look a little bit better. Maybe patch up some of the holes in the wall, stuff like that. Yes, we were in a flood, but that doesn't mean we have to stay stuck in this, less than ideal situation. If there's little things we can do to make it feel more comfy. I'm going to buy myself a little carpet to go in this room under my feet because first of all, the floors are super cold here in the daytime and probably at night, but I'm not in here at night for very long unless I'm online. But I want to have a nice carpet under my feet. I want to be able to be comfortable in this room that I have, my little office that I have here. I want to look around and like what I see. I want to have pretty things in here. I'm going to eventually clean up the other side of the room and to the side of me, bring some stuff out in the shed, and just have a nice little area to be in. Hi, Wonderfell's Life. So yeah, what's your atmosphere like? Do you have pretty things around you? I've seen a lot of your houses, like those of you that post them online, and you have really nice houses. So you have a good atmosphere around you, but maybe there's some little trinket or something that's meaningful to you that will make you feel more settled at a mealtime. Bring that in. Put in some candles or some incense or light something that smells good around you. I don't know, whatever it is that makes you feel like you can really enjoy your meal, like it's a special celebration time. And then, what is your way of eating? Everybody's way of eating is different. Are you a snacker, a grazer? Do you like big feasts? Do you like roll ups, like little wraps? Do you like what do they call them? Euros, like stuffed sandwiches? Do you like cheese melted on things? Determine what you like and keep it, of course, within your calorie range, but make it special. Mealtime should be special. You shouldn't be sitting there worrying about stuff while you're eating. You should literally just be focused on your food. As strange as that sounds, and it's very strange and very foreign to us in the United States to sit and actually focus on a meal. And one of the proof of that is one of the jobs that I used to work at. I think we got like a 15-minute break. That's ridiculous. They should give people at least 20, 25 minutes for a break at work for like 4 hours of work or whatever. I don't I would say 3 hours of work, honestly. You really should be eating every 3.5 hours to keep your blood sugars normal. I used to have the hardest time working jobs outside of the home because I have low blood sugar. And I would have to literally be popping a candy in my mouth while being on the cash register. And then the customers are like, oh, her hands are going in her mouth. That's gross. And, it just wasn't appropriate to do it that way. But companies really need to focus on people's health and let them have the breaks they need. My opinion. All right. And the last thing is, or not last thing, but the other thing is, what will you pick to eat? Once you decide, what is driving you? Is it because, well, mom always made peanut butter and jelly for lunch, so that's what I'm going to eat? Um, I'm not that powerful, Flossie, if only, right? I'm not that powerful. Um, if mom always made peanut butter and jelly, is that why you're always grabbing peanut butter and jelly? Is that really what you want to be eating? Is that fitting in with your caloric balance for the day and the calories you've chosen? If not, then start thinking about what you want to be eating and what's healthier for you to eat. Maybe a salad, maybe something different, maybe a veggie wrap. I don't know. It's all based on what your individual calorie allowance is for the day. Um, and what habits do you have? Let's talk about that. And this will be almost the rest of what I have to talk about. There's a couple other things. So, your habits. When you go to a movie, do you have to have popcorn? Is there something else you could eat instead of popcorn and candy at a movie? It's kind of hard because obviously the movie theater wants you to spend money on popcorn and candy. So they're going to frisk you pretty much when you come through the door, a lot of them, to make sure you didn't bring in any contraband. How about eating before you go to the movie and not ordering any popcorn? Popcorn at the movie theater is not the healthiest. Let me tell you that. They put it in all kinds of nasty oil, partially hydrogenated. Ugh. Hi, Heidi Day. Um, and it's just not healthy. So you don't need to have popcorn just because you're at a movie. If you want the popcorn, okay, have it, but don't have it just because, well, it's a habit. That's just what we do. We go to the movie and have the popcorn. You don't have to unless you absolutely want it and unless it fits in with your regimen of calories for the day. Grabbing snacks as you go to the kitchen or in the kitchen. I already talked about that. I won't belabor that point. Making sure you taste every bite of your food. Every bite. Not shove it in so fast you can't taste anything. Yes, it's loaded with butter and salt. Well, you can tell them not to put the extra butter on. It's still got all kinds of nasty oils and stuff in it that's not healthy for you. And it's linked to cancer, actually. Not the popcorn, but the oils that they cook it in a lot of times. Do you have a habit of going up for seconds when you eat? I have had that habit for a long time. And that was a habit that started years and years ago in my life. Now, when I eat in such tiny bowls that even if I have seconds, it's like having one bowl or one plate. So I don't have a huge bowl. Usually, if I eat like soup, I had lentil soup today, I had it in this mug. It's about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of soup. I had lentil soup from my Instant Pot in it. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. All right, Heidi. It'll be open stream in a little while. I start out with the diet thing and then people talk about whatever. It's fine. Anyhow. So yeah, just maybe make your plates or your bowls smaller and then you'll eat less automatically. Yeah, it's a tiny portion, but that's how I'm losing the weight. And I feel fine. If I'm super hungry, I just have a little bit more of it and it satisfies me. It's like eating one bowl instead of two big bowls. Do you have a habit of getting rolls with your dinner when you go out to eat? I know that you go out to like a taco place, they're going to give you big bowls of chips. If you go to like Applebee's, they're going to give you dinner rolls, or other places do that. You don't have to ask for the dinner rolls. You don't have to accept the dinner rolls. You don't even have to eat the dinner rolls. You can tell them, I don't need any bread. Please don't bring any rolls. They won't. It's not like they're going to say, well, I'm sorry, we have to do that. It's our policy. Just don't eat the dinner rolls. Those rolls have a lot of calories and a lot of carbs. Thanks, Flossie. Actually, no, my chin is not, it's not in a happy place right now. I'm not liking this. It's going down. It was going down better, but after Christmas, yeah, the fluid's starting to come back and it's not going to stay. But yeah, thank you though, Flossie, for noticing that my chins are going down. All right. I know I've made a big thing about that. And yes, it's the laughing stock of other places. I get it. It is what it is. All right. Um, do you get refills on your drink, even if you don't really want more pop? You don't have to get refills because somebody offers you them. Or can I top up your coffee? God, I hate that term. Top it up or top it off. I never liked that term and I don't know why, but it just bothers me. It's just so weird. Can I top off your coffee? Hmm. How about just saying, can I give you more coffee? Or would you like more coffee? Not top it off. Some of the things we say as Americans are just really weird. And even my foreign students say the same thing. Well, why do you say that? I don't know. I didn't write the English language. I don't know what some of these slang weird terms are. It doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, back when I was on the dating scene, this is off on a tangent, I know. I would call in this dating hotline and there'd be these black people on, and I am not racist, so don't start on that. And there'd be a black guy on saying, "It's your boy, Leroy. It's your boy. How are you my boy? I didn't give birth to you. You're not my boy." I mean, just weird stuff like that makes me almost want to go to another country sometimes. Very strange how Americans talk. All right, anyways, off on that tangent. So, another thing you can do after dinner, instead of having dessert, have a nice flavored herbal tea, like maybe a vanilla tea or a cinnamon tea or whatever. Get in the habit of having tea instead of pudding or cake or ice cream or whatever. Just have some herbal tea. Just a thought. Okay. Um okay, so they had us do this thing on the Noom plan. I'll tell you what it was and you can try it if you want. Let me know if you do try it how it worked for you. So many times we go out for dinner and people will say, well, what will you be having or what do you want or whatever. A lot of times people will look at the other person and say, well, what are you having? This time when you go out to dinner, you be the first to order. Okay? You order the takeout first or the meal first. Don't copy other people around you. One of the biggest sabotages of weight loss is that we are copycats. We watch what everybody else is doing and we do it. Even if it's not healthy for us, even if it's not really what we want, we just look at what our friend Sarah's having and, oh, I'll have that. No, you won't have that. You're going to have what you want. You're not going to order just because it's simpler to copy someone else. You're going to look at what you really love and what you really want to eat and satisfy you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your body. It's your life. You can think of yourself and you should. All right. The other thing you can do is, let's see. Be the first to finish your meal. That's the other thing you can test out. Next time you go out to eat with somebody, you finish your meal first. And I don't mean rush through to finish. If the other person is done, you be done. Don't sit there and keep on eating. Meals should have, like I said, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Meals should not be something where we graze all day long and we're constantly shoving food in our face. Food does not have time to digest and properly assimilate and absorb into your body if you're always shoving it in, one thing after the other. Let your body digest the food. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to share those little things on mindful eating. Pay attention to what you're eating. Turn off the electronics. Learn to enjoy food as a celebration, as a meaningful experience for you. And so, yeah, that's that. Now, somebody had said they wanted to come back when it was free chat. So, Heidi, if you're still here, I'm going to close this room down and I will open up a free chat. because I know people want to talk. So, all right. I will be back. Y'all join me on the free chat in just a few minutes. Thanks for coming to the Through Thick and Thin Goal Gainer group, and we'll see you next Friday.